Everyone should be familiar that we can keep our data in computer systems. We save data in many forms, in our laptops, smartphones, even on the internet. Have you ever wondered how this data can be understood by computers? If the answer is yes, and you still do not know how, plus you would like to learn computer science, you should watch this video. Firstly, you should realize that people invented computer systems based on a certain concept that everything taken into computer systems are converted and stored in computer memory as bits. What are these bits? A bit is a quantity that, at a time, it can represent either one of two values. Those values can be any pair of values, such as it can be either off, on, absent, present, inactive, active. But pretty much the most familiar to us, bits can represent value 0 or 1. Basically, anything that can be controlled so that it can be either turned on or off would work for representing a bit. Inventors invented many physical medium to hold a bit. It can be as primitive as mechanical switches, or vacuum tubes, or some other electronic devices through which current flow can be controlled. On a DVD surface, the reflection characteristic of each location is altered so that each bit reflects optical light differently depending on whether the bit is on or off. On a magnetic disk, such as a hard disk drive, bits are stored on the disk with a similar concept, but instead of changing how light reflects from each bit, on a magnetic disk, we change magnetization of the material at the location of each bit. Since a bit can be in either one of its two states, a bit can be used to represent two different values. How about combining them together in a longer string of bits? Let's start with a bit string of length 2. You can try your hardest to find as many different combinations as possible. We will find out that there are 4 combinations. It means that a bit string of length 2 can be used to represent 4 different values. If we do the same thing with bit strings of length 4, we can find that there are 8 possible combinations. With some knowledge of mathematics, we can conclude that a bit string of length n can be used to represent 2 to the n different values. Now we know a bit and how bit strings are capable of storing certain numbers of values. But what are their corresponding bit patterns that are stored in computer memories? All components wishing to work together in computer systems must agree on how to encode things into bit patterns. When they agree on how to convert things to bits, they can convert them back. The process of representing data into bit patterns is called encoding. On the opposite direction, the process of converting bit patterns back to meaningful data is called decoding.